You know what you have to do. You're the only one that can save your brother. So end it. End it. Lieutenant Baker, I'm sorry, but Stephen Logan didn't shoot me.
So what, you're having like memory flashes?
Yes.
And you now realize that Stephen Logan wasn't the shooter?
That's what I just said.
And those memory flashes, they just came to you, just like that.
Well, the doctors told me that can happen sometimes after you've experienced a trauma like I have.
So what you're telling me is that if this goes to trial, even with all the evidence stacked up against him, that you cannot or will not identify Stephen Logan as the shooter?
I can't, because it wasn't him.
If you're so sure that the shooter wasn't Stephen Logan, then who was it?
It wasn't Stephen Logan.
Let me get this straight. You're having memory flashes of the night that you were shot. You realize that the shooter wasn't Stephen Logan, but you can't tell us who it was.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, how can you be positive that these flashes you're having are actual memories and not just your mind playing tricks on you?
With all due respect, I didn't come here to have a medical debate. I came down here to do what I believe is the right thing. I am not going to be responsible for sending an innocent man to prison. But no buts, no ifs, ands, or buts about this. I don't believe he shot me. May I make a suggestion, Lieutenant Baker?
Oh, please do.
Why don't you ask him if he would be willing to take a lie detector test? I bet he will. And I believe he will pass it.
If we do this, I have no recourse but to go to the DA's office and report it. Are you sure?
I am sure. I am as sure about this as I have ever been about anything in my life.
Stephanie, what's going on?
Brooke, honey.
Dad.
Surprised? Yeah, we were too. But once we explained to the DA that Stephanie wasn't going to testify, she realized she had no case.
The judge has released your father on his own recognizance pending the DA dismissing charges against him. You're free to go.
Look, I don't want to mince words here, all right? I've kept my end of the bargain. Your father is free. Now, don't you forget to keep your end of the deal.
How could I not? I'm sure you would never let me forget. You know, this is going to devastate Donna.
Why can't you think of this as a gift that I'm giving you? I'm giving you back your family. And in return, I'd like my family back. I'd like my husband home with me. Believe me, this is the best thing for everyone concerned.
For everyone except Eric and Donna.
I realize they think they're happy now, but it's not going to last. It never does with him. And one of these days, Donna's going to start looking around. She's going to see some handsome young fellow down by the pool, and she's going to realize she's married to a man old enough to be her father, and she will leave him, and then she will break his heart. Look, there are two families to put together here, yours and mine. I want my family back. I want my husband home with me. I've kept my end of the bargain. You keep yours. You make this happen. Or I promise you, your brother will go to jail.
What do you want, Stephanie?
Have you told him?
I haven't.
Why not?
I tried. Okay, I really tried, but he's in love with me, Stephanie.
He's caught up in something, I know that. But Donna, you're the one that has to be cool-headed about this, or the deal is off. Believe me, I will call Lieutenant Baker and tell him it was your brother that shot me.
No, don't do that.
I can and I will.
Please, Stephanie, just wait.
No. Look, I don't care what you have to say or what you have to do, but you make Eric understand that it's over between the two of you.
Not that simple.
Oh, yes, it is, Donna. I've kept my end of the bargain. Your father is free. Now you keep your end, and you send my husband home.
Please. Just please, Stephanie, can't there just be some other way, please?
No. Time's out. Do it now.
Hello, Stephanie.
Did you end it?
Not just yet. It's not that easy.
You didn't spend the night with him at the cabin.
No, Stephanie, I didn't spend the night with him. But it's not because Eric didn't want to.
Believe me, Donna, I will have your brother in prison so fast his head will spin if you don't hold up your end of the bargain. Now you end it with my husband.
Hi.
Come in.
Thanks. Are you taking a trip?
Pam called. My mother is ill, and so I'm going to Chicago right away.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear about Anne, but Stephanie, what about you? Are you okay to be traveling this soon?
Oh, well, I'm a little stiff and achy, but, honey, I had no choice. Pam was insistent that I come up today.
I don't like this. You can't stop physical therapy right now. It's critical at this stage in recovery.
Oh, well,
No, there's no excuse, Stephanie. I think I'm going to contact Northwestern Memorial and have them call you and set up an appointment.
well, thank you, Bridget. That's very sweet.
Of course.
You heard about your grandfather.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. You told the police that he didn't shoot you. But you were so certain that my grandfather did. What could possibly have changed your mind? Stephanie, please answer me. What would make you change your mind about my grandfather?
Well, it's so hard to explain. I guess it was, I guess it must have been a memory in my head that I didn't even know I had. It's kind of these little flashes, and it's like a photograph that I can't quite make out, but enough to understand, or at least to realize it was not your grandfather who shot me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're telling me you can't identify a face, but you're absolutely certain now it's not my grandfather.
Uh-huh.
Someone must have set him up. How?
I guess so.
I've heard about this type of spontaneous recall after traumatic events. It's actually quite common, and in many cases, the memory fully recovers.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Well, maybe it will.
Stephanie.
I understand that your father and your brother are on their way to Europe. Now look, there's no place that your brother can hide that I won't find him if you renege on our arrangement.
I'm not reneging on our deal, Stephanie. I tried to break up with him last night. Eric wouldn't hear of it.
I can't imagine that your powers of persuasion are so limited.
Look, I really tried, Stephanie. He's in love with me. He won't just give me up.
Well, he'd better give you up. What exactly did you tell him?
You know what? It's none of your business. I told him I have a problem.
What kind of a problem?
An addiction.
Really?
A sexual addiction, okay?
Is it the truth?
Very funny, Stephanie. The truth is, it didn't matter to Eric. He said we could work through anything together. Never believe that I don't love him.
Well, it's your job to convince him of that.
How?
I don't know how, Donna, and you know, frankly, I don't give a damn how you do it. I want my husband back. I have to go to Chicago, and when I return, it better be finished between the two of you, or your brother will spend the next 10 years in prison. You understand?